God calling me? So you want a sign that God is really calling you. But he has given everything that you need inside of you. And all you need to do is just to say, Master, I can hear you. Here am I. Use me. Send me. Come on. Lift your hands. Hey. Lift your hands. Lift it. Lift it. Lift it. The power of God is here in this place. Lift it. Lift it. Lift it. Lift it. Lift it. I am a soldier at the battlefield, waiting to hear the voice of my commander. Oh, Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer 1,000,000,000 times. I am a soldier at the battlefield, waiting to hear the voice of my commander. Oh, Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer 1,000,000,000 times. Hey! I am a soldier at the battlefield, waiting to hear the voice of my commander. Oh, Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer 1,000,000,000 times. Who is calling my name? Oh, Jesus is calling my name. Oh, Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer 1,000,000,000 times. Who is calling my name? Oh, Jesus is calling my name. Oh, hey, Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer. Let me hear. Hey, hey, are you ready to answer the call of God? 1,000,000,000 times. When God call your name, 1,000,000,000 times. Your response, 1,000,000,000 times. Hey! I am a soldier. I am a soldier. Jesus, oh. One more time, only the church. Who is calling? Who is calling, man? Hey! Hey! Rejoice! One more time. Hey!
Switch it now. Switch it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another experience of Alkebulan Inspirational Sunday. I am Walamu Jaden, and this is a special situation, special experience right now. We are in our Pentecostal season, and we're dealing with the Iron Sharpens Iron series. But before we get started, this is again Pentecostal Sunday. This is also the anniversary of the Atlanta region of our church. And I'm saying that behind me, if you look right here, I've been working on, World of Alkebulan has been working on our new youth experience, our youth environment, and what we've been putting together for the kids in regards to Iron Sharpens Iron. All right, so go ahead and switch to the next slide. I need you to pay attention. Okay, so while we're working on our Iron Sharpens Iron, while we're working on creating the experience, while we're learning how to live stream in a new space, we want this to get set up the best way we possibly can with Iron Sharpens Iron. But before we get started, I want to bring in my helpers today. Come on over and come on in. Come on in. Y'all get in here as close as possible and wave and say, get your, move in closer. There you go. Say hi.
Hello.
There we go. Wait, come on, wait. Now, get in here. Wait, see, now, no, bend down. There you go. All right, so we are working right now. You can go now. We are working here right now, and I'm trying to teach the kids how to live stream youth services. Inspirational Sunday. And again, we are on a series, Iron Sharpens Iron. And when we first started talking about Iron Sharpens Iron, we talked about understanding your metal. And understanding your metal, we sat down and said we were working on learning or knowing that you are built different. And so knowing that you're built different is the fact that you are more special than what the world has told you are. You have more in you than what the world expects of you. Because they don't expect much, but if you expect a lot of yourself, you're built different. You're metal. You're strong. You're powerful. We said we're going into this experience with the understanding that we are great, not only in our minds, but also in our lives. So we are built different and built special. And with that being built special, we also talked about understanding your spiritual tools. When we're dealing with the issue of iron sharpens iron, greatness helping making strong other greatness. We said the first spiritual tool that you have access to is yourself. And when using yourself, we said we have to be careful of our attitude, because attitude is everything. And straight up, Malachi is killing it right now. I appreciate you, my brother. We had a conversation just before service talking about how to run the live stream. He is running the live stream. Next week we're going to have it, and we're going to set it up where we have another camera. We have Amon sitting there. He got the headphones in. Amon, give me a hands up if the sound is going well. Sound as good? Well, we're doing pretty good. So then once we talked about the attitude, your attitude and how you interact with people, we said your attitude is connected also to your behavior. Behavior is deeply important. It's about how you interact with people. And we said when you're dealing with the issue of behavior, you're dealing with the issue of vibrations and frequency and how people respond to you. We want to make sure that your vibrations and your frequency bring towards you people around you that are good, that are friendly. Why? Because if your behavior and your attitude is good, the people you generate toward you is good. And we said then now you're dealing with the group. And so we talked about a group surrender. And when we dealt with the issue of a group surrender, we were talking about Michael Jordan. We were talking about LeBron James and how they looked at Michael Jordan. We talked about a series of everything. And so with a surrendered group, we said a surrendered group works on that winning mentality. Do we have another slide after that? Did you set it for the next slide? Switch it for me. And so when you're dealing with iron sharpens iron, you're dealing with all it takes to become great. And it's a process. And in that process, we say your friends come together to make you your greatest self. And when your friends come together to make you your greatest self, you sit down and you want to manifest a winning culture. We're doing a winning culture. And interacting and dealing with each other in a winning culture, we said we make people accountable to everything that they are, everything that they're supposed to be. You share life with each other. So you're sharing things, you communicate well, you're listening, you're giving. And so today, coming out of those, and if you missed last week's sessions, and we talked about those, you please go to the website and look at the YouTube and catch up so that you understand what's going on. And so this week we're talking about iron sharpens iron, and then we're talking about getting to the cutting edge, a group dynamic. Now, that means that you getting to a cutting edge. Well, IJ, what is the cutting edge when dealing with yourself? Well, dealing with the cutting edge is, and if we define it in terms of technology, it's like the greatest technology. But when dealing with it as a situation where you're talking with each other, switch to the next slide. Go ahead, switch to the next slide. And we're slowly getting here. This is iron sharpening iron, right here, where you are the best technology that you can possibly be. You're innovative, and we sought to create the experience inside youth services where everybody is becoming their greatest self in that experience. So where I just don't want to, I'm not all this gray hair and silver hair. I'm going to set up a more highly technological environment so that the group can experience their greatest self with the technology that we have and what they use. But before you even use electronic technology, we also going to be educating on a spiritual technology, which is understanding that we are divine science. We're God's science. Everything about us comes from the Most High. There is nothing apart in us that is not divine. We are God's technology. Yes, the way your heart works, the way with your blood system, the way your liver works, your kidney works, your brain function, even your melanin is special. It's God's technology. We are God's engineering. And engineering meaning is we're engineered to be successful. If somebody creates Apple, everybody has a laptop, that laptop was engineered to produce and do something. But so are you. And you're also God's artwork. Everybody in the realm of the world is God's artwork. There is nobody that's ugly. Only a behavior or an attitude can be ugly. An attitude and behavior can be ugly, and it will attract, well, we said behavior attracts. It will attract other ugly people and make people mad at you and distant. But we are God's artwork where we are all Beautiful. All beautiful. Everything that we do. And then we're God's mathematics. And everything, when we said God works through, he speaks through, we understand God through science and mathematics. And we say this is an education. Who is it an education? This is an education about you. Education about you. And this is about life. It's about, how am I being educated while I'm YJ? Easy, because life is a classroom. And how you act in life and what you do in life will determine whether or not you are being a good student in life. Are you a good student? How many of us can say you're a good student? Meaning you're helping with your mom, you being a good friend, you helping with your friends, your cousins. You are a student in life, and everybody around you is affected by you being a good student. And so when you sit down and you say, wait, okay, well, life is a classroom. Everybody you share life with is a part of that classroom. Everybody you share life with is a part of your experience. Everybody that you share life with is a part of your growth. And this is why we say, you're not looking at my hand. Look at my hand. There we go. I've been doing it. You okay? You got it. Now again, so we're creating in this space where iron sharpens iron. I have Alkebulan working with the electronics, because I said I don't want to be sitting here running the mouse, looking across the room. It's not me. So I brought my friends involved. My friends are the Alkebulan members. Exactly. And so we have friends, and we make sure that how we interact and we talk to and work with our friends teaches us how to make each other great and how to make each other strong. I know that Aman wants to do YouTube shows. Am I right? And so I sat down and said, we got tons and tons of equipment in this room to make sure that he finds a way to make himself as great as possible. With his friends, with anybody who's willing to watch, and if he comes across, when we bring other kids in here, we are coming together to make everybody their most powerful self. That's when you're sharpening the edge. When you are getting with individuals who are your closest friends. And they may be new friends at that. Your behavior and your attitude helps them to get better. And when you start doing that, we start looking at expectations. And when we're dealing with the issue of setting expectations in the group that you're in, setting expectations, because we can make friends and not have expectations with each other, and somebody lies to you, or somebody stabs you in the back, or somebody doesn't do their best. And that's another thing. It's not even what they do to you, it's what they do to themselves. Because sometimes what they do to themselves is deeply important. So we have those things that, in terms of setting expectations, because you can't go up the ladder, you can't increase, you can't go into the deepest areas of who you are if you don't set expectations. And expectations is what we call norms. Norms are, it's like a group life. Norms are a level of group life in which everybody lives by. This is what the norms are. And you sit down and you set those norms, and then those norms, go back one slide. Right there. All right. And when you set those norms, these are spoken and unspoken rules. And so some of the spoken and unspoken rules, when you're dealing with spoken rules, we're going to be on time. We're going to master our discipline or whatever we're doing. You have friends where we're not going to fail each other. You're not going to fail your class. I'm not going to fail my class. We're going to do the best. And then we're going to help each other. We're going to study session. So we have rules, like we have a rule in here now with the production group. We said, okay, so when we're live, no talking. And we're going to stay focused. And we're going to learn. And we're going to practice. And we're going to do everything that we can do so that we can put on the experience of our shows. And then the unspoken rules. Unspoken rules are, I don't have to tell you to give God your best. I should expect you to give God your best. And if you give God your best, unspoken rule, you're going to give me your best. So there's certain things that we just don't do. So now, if somebody's watching somebody do something wrong, unspoken rule, I got to tell. Why? Because I'm not keeping a bad secret. I'm going to help you. I got to tell you that, hey, brother, I'm going to correct you and know that this is not what you're supposed to do. Don't say nothing. Okay, I won't say nothing out of loyalty. But what are you going to do different so that you be better? Do not have me do things that you know that I don't like and I know what's wrong. You never drag your friend into doing anything that's wrong. So the spoken and unspoken rules that you set, and only people who are having high expectations or have a group set can sit down and create these unspoken rules. And when you do that, you develop what they be calling that boss mentality. When we are trying to bring kids, black youth together, where they are being organized, developed, and groomed for global Pan-African leadership. It's a mentality that everybody shares. What is the goal of the group, if not to be leaders in the world in which we live in? And that's the experience of group life. And the inexperience of group life, there is nobody at the head, nobody at the tail. It's a round circle. Sometimes you have a group leader within the group life. And that group life and that group leader helps direct the group to meet its expectations. It helps direct the group to become its greatest self. And all it is there, you don't listen, you don't have to, the group leader is not there to sit down and dictate, do this, do that. No, the group leader is there to help you get an experience of your greatest self. That's the life of the group. And so inside the life of the group, we have to know that communication is deeply important. Where we understand that language is everything. And it's not just language for the sake of talking. Language is experienced in so many different ways. When you're sharpening yourself to your greatest self, when you're getting to the point where you're getting to the cutting edge, which is the most innovative and most well-developed you. It all happens in the language of the group. How you talk to yourself, how you interact with other people. It is a lifestyle. And in that lifestyle, it incorporates a lot of different things. Which is, one of the things that it incorporates is you have to look. You may look. And it's not only just with your eyes, it's with your heart and it's with your mind. You look at certain things certain ways. And not only a physical a look where you're using your eyes, but it's also a look on how you dress. You say you believe in God and community. It shows, it shows on how you present yourself, how you sit in the class, how you're respectful to your mom or even your friends, how you talk. It's a look. And then it's also how you listen. How you listen to other people express themselves. How you listen to someone giving you direction to help you get to your greatest self. How you listen. And then how you observe. It is sitting back. It is observing what other people are doing. Or maybe you do a project and the project doesn't come out so well and you come back and you observe what you did. And you look at it piece by piece, which is what I've done in the process of trying to set this experience up. Where I'm going to observe. We're going to put this together. We're going to see what it sounds like. We're going to see what it looks like. We're going to test it out. So there's a test. And hopefully next week we'll do another test where we actually have people in the room. And we'll set up another camera where people can talk. And we have them zoom in on each other, on the people in the room. So we observe the things that we're working on to try to make it better. Why? Because World of Alkebulan is about building Pan-African global leadership. And when you're looking and you're listening and you're observing, this is part of your communication. You're also learning. We said in the I think that was the second one, where there are different layers of who you are. When you get to your best self and you think you're finished, nope, you're not finished. There's always another level to you. There's always ways to learn about who you are. And is there something I can do that will help me become better? That's what this is about. And we have a lot of examples in the world of individuals who have worked together their whole life. And I'm using these two sisters to explain how the best self looks up. That's the last one. I want you to go all the way back up to the top. All the way back up to the top. And we're going to go to put iron sharpens iron, the third one. The one after accountability. Not accountability, but the one after it. You see it? That's my fault. Okay. And so when we're looking at this, and that was, I learned something. I learned that after this particular session, I'm going to teach, I got to show them how to go back up to the top and start again. If I could, at the end of every session, we're going to go back and recap what we talked about. But in this space, when we talk about iron sharpens iron and getting to the cutting edge of who we are, we get to the cutting edge of who we are when we are, and if you look at the Williams sisters, they were in a group from the beginning. Their father and their mother said, when we have children, we have an expectation of who we are. Not just those two, but all of their kids were straight A students. Their older sister graduated valedictorian, doctors and lawyers. It was a family experience in which they created. But then the last two, they said, we're going to train these kids to be tennis stars. And everything we do is going to help them access their greatest self. And not only that, Serena will tell you that if there was no older sister in Venus, there would be no Serena. Meaning that everything my sister did to show me how she had to fight to get to her best self, I duplicated it. I worked hard on it. Are you having a problem with the sound? You have what's the problem? You can talk. Oh, it's okay. That's fine. We're not going to work. I'm talking about, can you hear me clear though? It's a little, okay, so we'll fix that later. And so that's, again, while we were watching, they were waving their hands. This is iron sharpens iron. They're going to help me become my best, and I'm going to help them become their best, and then we're going to produce a show. We're going to produce a show that shows that we can access the greatest selves. We can be world champions, World of Alkebulan. That's why we call it the World of Alkebulan. We're going to be some of the world's best kids in anything that we choose to do, and anything God places in our hearts, what God places in our minds, what God places in our spirits. We're going to be our best selves. We're going to build a world where black kids help black kids be the greatest black kids. We're going to be our best selves, where we give everything we can to our fellow brother, the ones we sit next to and say we call brother or sister. And they did it their whole lives, and even now as adults, they give it to their best selves. And the key about these two is, once they have children, now Venus doesn't have any kids yet, but Serena does. I'm guessing her other sisters have children as well. You create a framework in which a family will always produce people who access everything that God had poured into them to get out. We're after becoming our best selves. We're after being exactly what God has called us to be and do in this world. and that is build a program that allows kids to become their greatest selves. It's called Global Pan-African Leadership. That's when you have iron sharpening iron, getting to the cutting edge, a group dynamics where every kid that is sitting next to each other sees each other. Now you have things where you have it, you know, the whole world is on your cell phone. And so when everything is on your cell phone, your group can be international. It doesn't have to be the people you see in the room or you go to school daily. It could be somebody, you know. The youth program becomes hybrid and becomes to be able to function in a global technology or technological experience where iron sharpens iron, getting to the cutting edge, the greatest stage of who you are. And we know that when you get to the cutting edge, there's always a way to get sharper. And so now that I have a group with me, which is my first two, sitting at the controls, running the controls, I can get better. I gave them my best self by putting this together. They will give me their best selves by figuring out and helping me helping the world of Alkebulan take it to the next level. And I promise them, let's go back to the one where you see the room up top and you see what the room looks like. It's all the way up at the top. Switch it. I promise them that once we finish, we can go downstairs. We're going to get all the other kids, and we're going to come up. And if y'all see the PlayStation, we're going to sit down and have a good time before Sunday is out, because we are building a great youth program with great youth experiences where we have Saturday classes, Sunday classes. We will help people study. We will bring the community in. This is what we're doing. Iron sharpens iron. I cannot wait. I think, we're going to say it online. May 19th is going to be the day that we have a tournament up here, May 19th, which is next month, maybe about 2 weeks. May 19th. And so we'll have a bunch of kids up here having a good time, preparing ourselves to be our greatest self. And with that being said, go back to the intro part and let's cue out. Click it once, switch it, y'all be blessed.